Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult for a one-shot. We are currently on to part 2 of our Western one-shot, Whiteout. I am your DM, Jillian, and today we have our players, a little mix and match. We have Kyle, Mac, Josh, Katie, and Krista. I think I'll go ahead and give us a little recap, just real fast, and then I think we can jump back into things. Currently, everybody is situated in a little inn and tavern named Lana Dell's Bay Bar, run by Lana Dell. Everyone knows Lana Dell. Situated in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by snow, which slowly grows, trying to consume the place. The whistle of wind, the occasional shock of lightning and thunder moving across the sky. This place is situated between the towns of God's Almighty Loving Light and nothing special. But for now, our focus is inwards and remains at this inn. Our party enters one at a time with their own interests and ambitions and goals. Some looking for something, someone, some people finding said thing. But there's more to worry about. It seems that an older gentleman staying at the inn had gone missing, leaving his shoes behind and seeming to have escaped through the window into this horrible snowstorm. Some members of the party, deciding to be good Samaritans, make their way out into the snow. Some watch from the window, guns drawn, and encounter a pack of wolves, only to get a little bit of teeth sunk in them, but the wolves are scared off, and not by the party, and not by the sound of guns, but something larger, something obscured in shadow. And when two members of the party make eye contact, they go running, which honestly, probably the best option anyways. People make their way back inside, rushing past the wind, the bite of cold on their faces. And Cam stands at the door for an extended moment, can see nothing on the horizon, which is obscured. And it's slammed shut, the door closing, separating them once again from the outside world. And depends on who you are, what sound affects you in this moment. Whether it is the beating of your own heart thumping in your ears, or if it's Lana yelling over the wind, trying to get someone's attention, asking what's going on. And in this moment, Jacques, you stand there breathing hard, and just the image of these pinpricks of eyes behind your eyelids, and you're inside. And your lungs burn like you were running. But your brain must have blocked it out. You don't remember the run. It's just a blur of seeing something and then being inside. And on that point, Charlie, you had a similar experience earlier where you were upstairs and saw the pinprick of eyes. And then you were downstairs talking to Lana, trying to explain what you saw. The stairs gone from your memory. The fear, the adrenaline, you both aren't really sure. But in this moment, the world sort of comes crashing back down for both of you. Everybody in the room, really, as Lana begins to yell. And that's where we're going to pick up. Lana is yelling, "What happened?" And she is currently fumbling under the bar.
Merit, doctor! And I'm going to run over and get treated because I am low.
As I said, I feel like we need to barricade this here door. There is something out there, Lana. It scared off a pack of wolves without raising a finger. Didn't do jack shit. Glowed
You
its
see that
eyes
she
in
pulls
the
out a
dark.
key from under the bar, and she starts to make her way to the door. We're staying inside. It's just, sometimes we get big fucking bears around here, and she locks the door.
Lana, I
Um,
hope to God that door can stand up to a lot more than a bear.
She looks, honestly, she's not trying to hide anything. It is a combination of fear and anger because you're just like, it's gonna kick the door down. She's like,
I'm just saying.
thank you, very helpful. And she walks past you. She just like
I will
moves
help
on
you
by.
to barricade, but I do not want to take what is not meant to be moved.
Well, if you think someone's gonna barge in here and kill us, you're welcome to barricade the door, but you already used 2 of my tables. We don't got a lot left.
That's fair. Charlie, come on, give me a hand.
So from where we are upstairs, could we ever see the creature in the darkness? So could I tell from there it hasn't come closer, or
So you're still up at the window?
I guess while the beginning of that conversation's happening, yeah. Just
Sure.
wanted to
Roll me
cover
a
them as they
perception check.
sure. Ooh, a natural 2 plus
Oh.
2,
Does
4.
he get
6.
any help
It
from...
would have actually been with disadvantage anyways, so we'll just stick with that.
Yeah,
Um,
I have dark vision.
peculiar. I have dark
Boo.
vision. You
You ain't
don't
no man.
see anything. The only thing you can see, just vaguely, and mostly because you kind of knew where they were, you can see some of the bodies of wolves that were taken down by the party, sort of staining the snow around them a bit stark under the moonlight. But besides that, nothing.
Then Harvey will close the window against the biting cold outside, pick up his rifle and head downstairs with the doctor.
All right. You and the doctor head down to Lana stomping about the place. And people starting to take stock of the remaining furniture. Belle is currently slowly, like a boa constrictor. Now that things are actually scary, just slowly crushing Fink against her body. Like, and only has moments left.
Can somebody save the
but-
man?
Just slowly crushing him.
Vale.
Jacques, you make your way over to the doctor and present your bitten leg.
And all right, hold still. And am I echoing for everybody else, or is it just me?
Not getting any echo.
Okay. And I will go into my bag and find whatever I can in there that might be able to help. Probably got some gauze to wrap it with, and
You got gauze.
and various antiseptics, and I'll do my best to treat this wound.
You may do a medicine check.
That is a 14.
The injury is wrapped. It is no longer actively bleeding and sinking into the fabric of your pants, but your health remains the same.
I've got some laudanum, but which will dull the pain, but might affect your aim as well. If that thing comes back, I think we all want our aim to be tip top.
The bottle will do for now. As he just like takes one of the whiskey, and he's just, and like if Lana comes near, he just slaps whatever he needs to pay, if whatever she yells at him.
Just it's
However much.
she yells an amount, slap it on the tip. If you grab a bottle, she probably yells at you for a quarter, and you slap a quarter down on the table and begin drinking because this hurts. And being a tracker, being a hunter, dog bites are bad, and you know this. And at least there was the nice doctor on hand to pour some liquid on it and then wrap it with a bandage, but hurts like a bitch. But hopefully that won't be a problem in a few minutes for you. Currently, Charlie, you were contracted to help move things. What are you guys going to try and put in front of this door?
How many tables are left?
You have taken all of the tables.
Okay.
All the tables are currently next to the door, propping
Okay.
up in front of a window that the glass blew out of.
Okay.
But there's
how many more windows are there?
There's a few.
God damn it. All right.
There's a few.
Well, fuck. Okay.
There's a few. But
That's
for the
fine.
door,
That's
there's a love seat. There's the chaise where Belle is. There is an armchair. There's a side table. That's kind of your setup at the moment.
I'm gonna sit in the armchair, getting drunk, and be in pain. Just like fuck this.
Armchair off limits, and there's 2 people currently on the chaise, but there is a love seat if you want to drag that across
Go
the floor.
for the love seat.
I
first.
guess that's what we're up to. Yep. Oh, you got that side, Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Lift 1, 2, 3.
Just roll athletics for me for funsies.
Yeah, sure,
Which will
sure.
just be your strength modifier, Katie.
I know where that is.
Athletics.
2.
I know where the things are.
That's a 14 for me.
16.
Ooh.
The thing is, once again, normal casual people can pick up a love seat. I just want to see if there's any carnage.
That's
But
valid.
it's fine. You bring it
It's
over
picking
and you
up a love
prop it
seat.
up in front of the door. And kind of hope for the best on that one.
I mean, I don't
Silver bullet.
suppose there's carpentry tools, a hammer, spare lumber, nails.
Maybe out in the barn.
Oh, shit.
Lana looks over at you, kind of confirming, yeah, out in the barn.
Fuck. How far away is the barn?
Boop, beep, 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 beep. It's always a football field in my mind for everything.
valid.
Less than a football field.
Less than, but like,
Yeah.
pretty
You are
far.
half speed. It is
Just
night.
grab the blades.
Yeah. Pardon me, Frenchie, would you run that by me again?
The beds.
The
How are we
beds?
gonna get them down the stairs?
We're not-
Oh. Oh wait.
I just
Are
want to
you
sleep in
planning
this
to
room.
chop them up or
Uh,
something?
No.
I
well,
don't
you
think that's
all-
very good for Ms. Dale's business, is all I'm saying.
Go back and
vibing.
forth, kind of like
Just
trying
vibing.
to figure out like what could we put in front of this? Is somebody going to make the run for it? Is somebody going upstairs? Silver bullet. Kind of, you're in a position where you've walked into a room and a lot of things are happening around you, and you're not exactly actively in those things. So you kind of have a broad scope of watching it, and it's kind of, the louder things take focus, which is everybody going back and forth and deciding on what to do. And then the quiet things draw your attention. And you can see that Mick is no longer in his seat. The man who had the snakeskin boots, kind of wide, bulgy eyes. You see that he is no longer in his seat, and you look over and he is at one of the windows facing towards the front, and you can see in his hand shaking. He's holding his gun. His gun was drawn and ready, and he is just staring out into the night.
Is there a drink on the bar for him?
Yeah, there's probably at least a drink on the bar for somebody that you could pick up.
I'll pick that up and bring it over to him and say, I hope you're not getting itchy on that trigger finger.
And it was an exhale of breath, as if he had been holding his breath the whole time. And you can just see kind of the cold fog that comes out, and you can see that he looks and cold, and his body is shaking, and he takes a glance over at you as if the world around him wasn't there, and you just pulled him back in that moment. I need more stew. and he walks past you.
Harvey will try and guide him. I'm sure there's a roaring fire in here, right?
Yeah, they got
Uh,
one of those.
I'll try and
that.
herd him toward the roaring fire. And then is Benji around?
You can see that. One day, we'll see. As somebody who is watching, Benji picked up the trap door and went below, like kind of like I'm on a mission to see if I can find something, and went below.
Then Harvey will instead ask Charlie, where can I get this man some soup? Some stew.
Very different.
1 second. Charlie's just gonna run downstairs and not say a word to him.
Lana like watches it all happen and is just like, and she's not exactly actively doing something besides being more agitated than anything. And she goes over and she picks up his old bowl and refills it and brings it over to him by the fire. And this man is just like shivering, like holding this bowl, sitting by the fire, and he like takes a spoonful, and the amount that his hand is shaking, like he does, it is not much to the mouth, but he slowly starts to eat.
Ms. Dell, are there any other weapons on the premise? Just in the event that we need them. All I saw from the window were wolves, and I don't want to panic anyone, but these people here seem to have seen something a bit more than that, and it would be nice to have a little bit more armament in the event that it's necessary, which I hope it won't be.
Roll persuasion.
Good at that. It's just a 13.
I've got something for myself.
Well, it might be best if you keep something for yourself on yourself, ma'am.
She nods. Right, I think we all stay inside for the night. If there's a bear out there, it won't it won't hesitate, bitch. That was
You will not catch my daisy spotted ass outside of these walls.
damn it. Okay. Sorry. This is
You can't kill me. I'm a bad cowboy bitch.
I'm a bad bitch. But yes, please, anything else?
A question for the game master. How
course.
loud was our good doctor here in proclaiming that particular detail?
He was not whispering it.
Noted.
Currently you have a barricade in front of a door and one window, a man shivering by a fire, a man slowly dying in the cleavage of a sex worker, and
Jesus.
Benji currently downstairs doing something. Charlie, when you go downstairs, you see that like he's looking for tools because he's like, I'm almost positive I have something down here, but the big pieces of lumber are in the barn.
Harvey's on edge, and he's gonna ask Lana, Miss, is it all right if I just post up here behind the bar just to got a good vantage point for the rest of the room, and just in case.
Roll persuasion.
I'd like to help him look for tools downstairs.
Would you like to roll for investigation? That's what we're gonna do. You can roll for investigation with advantage.
Sure.
I got a
And you got
13.
13.
That's-
+2, so 15.
Okay.
It's not
That
written
makes
on
a
my
difference.
sheet. I'm not proficient, but I am charismatic.
Boy, oh boy, if I'm anything.
Yeah.
She looks at you. Fine, at least for a minute. Till we know we're good.
And I won't aim my gun, but I will have it ready at hand, keeping my back mostly to the door with all the stuff, but keeping the windows in view as much as I can.
And give me a perception check real quick. Charlie, what do we got?
An 18.
18.
Mhm.
The things you find, not incredibly useful. There is a spot where you're able to pull 2 decent sized pieces of lumber with their nails already included, sort of out of a corner. And you're like, that probably won't affect the structural integrity of this place. It's fine.
It's-
That's probably not structural.
This is okay. And he has a cat, and Benji pulls out a cast iron and is like, I could hammer it back in. So currently that's what you find down there.
I got a 23 perception.
Ooh. All right, Charlie. Benji kind of looks at you. Is it worth? What did you see out there? Everyone's freaking out.
I don't even know what it is. We just saw glowing eyes mess with my head. It's not the wolves because it scared everything away. It's a bear wouldn't do that either. They would just take it down. That's how many were out there. I don't. She hates when I bring it up, but do you think she has something behind that door that could help us?
He looks over at the door that has been perpetually locked since you have been here, and kind of looks over and he's like, I also haven't. I've never seen what's in there.
I want to. You think I should try and check? Like, there might be something.
He kind of like sighs like your funeral type of vibe. And then he is going to go ahead and take the 2 pieces of lumber upstairs.
Wasn't to know.
Silver Bullet, the thing that you notice besides, the chaos around you, Lana had pulled out a small gun to set up for herself when told to arm herself. You see that she has quite a hefty shotgun placed under the bar. And that's what you notice as you kind of walk over and get into position.
He will nod to her, telling that he has noticed that, but say nothing more.
All right.
Wouldn't be the first shotgun he's seen behind a bar.
Yeah, it's normal and regular, but our little secret. But Benji comes upstairs with like 2 pieces of not the most structurally sound wood, but pieces nonetheless. If you want these, we got them. Best we can do from inside. And he sets them down like on one of the long sides of the bar. Charlie.
Mm-hmm. I want to go
What are you
check
doing?
out the door. I want to open it. There's gotta be something.
I mean, you approach the door and she has a hefty lock upon her.
So, does it look like I would need a key, or do you think I could pick said lock if I found something to use?
Do you have locks picking? Do you have
I
lock
don't
picking?
think so, but there could be another nail on
But
the
if I
floor.
believe in myself, it would be very difficult, you think?
Fine. I'll leave it alone for now and go back upstairs.
You return back upstairs. There's now in the wings 2 pieces of lumber that could be used at any time whenever somebody sees fit, or if ever. But minutes have ticked by, and it is the sound of wind.
Jacques, how you feeling, sir?
Merda. Ugh. I've seen worse, but not
Really?
drunk enough.
Worse? Really?
Really? We. One time I was hunting on tabernac, and it almost ripped my whole face off. That's why I grow beard to cover it up.
I see. What manner
Cover
of
by your
critter is a
rollerblading booty.
tabernac? I'm just trying to picture it in my head, and I got nothing coming.
The beast was bigger than a bear, and it looked like a duck with razor sharp teeth.
Inside its beak? How did it? Could it close all the way, or was it like a bear trap?
Both.
I think our friend here might be a bit delirious from the pain.
That's possible, or something else.
Sure.
Frankly, I'd rather be there. Cam kind of takes a canteen from an inner pocket and.
Josiah is gonna kind of like sidle up alongside Cam, be like, you know, there's lots of mushrooms out there. A man living in the wilderness might have stumbled upon the wrong ones and consumed them, leading him to see such a creature in his mind, but not in actuality. And in that state, perhaps he injured his own chin, requiring that he grow that marvelous beard that he has.
Well, frankly, it does seem to have done him some favors. So.
That was not meant to be.
Of the tale of the Yankee Doodle.
Oh, the Yankee Doodle. This one I gotta hear. All right.
Must have a range considerably further south than the tabernac. Is that correct, sir?
We, men of my great mythical stature, we must travel for our work.
Oh.
This well thought out, detailed map that we all know and have and love.
Oh yes, we all know. Nowhere
you
special.
know this place.
And God's loving light and.
This is my first time taking this trail.
I
usually go the long way, not the wrong way.
Are you sure?
No, depends on your point of view, I suppose. Lana looks over at the silver bullet and kind of just murmurs under her breath. So are we fucking worried about something? Because it's not the vibe I'm picking up on. Moving my goddamn furniture around. Like she's now she's mad again.
I mean,
she's fluctuated.
No lie, Cam is definitely nursing this canteen, and I don't think it takes an immense leap of perception to notice that it's rattling a little bit in her hand.
I mean, you all were attacked by wolves. That's scary. And if there was a bear, also scary. But, and she like points to her door. Did you see anything?
I didn't see anything. Maybe it's just the trappers talk of a beast the size of a bear with 18 feet and too many teeth. Maybe it's just got us all on edge. Maybe I'll take another drink.
I'll drink to that.
Right. Everybody's guns fucking out, getting fucking drunk, and she's
Ew.
mad about it.
She's allowed to be mad about it, but also, this is Cam's medicine time.
Harley's over by the window, just staring out there, looking for eyes.
Roll perception. Oh, disadvantage, please.
Of course, it's dark out.
It's very dark.
Cam's just like pressing his face up in there, cupping his eyes.
13.
13?
Okay.
No. You just kind of keep scanning as far as your eyes can go, which, isn't incredibly far. And just keep looking. And like when you blink, each time you blink, it's just, you can see those eyes. These little pinpricks of light in the distance, but when you open your eyes, they're gone.
No.
But what you do see is Mick, the man in the large jacket, snakeskin boots, sort of places his bowl down on the ground, and he stands up and he starts to meander towards the door.
You heading anywhere in particular?
He sort of stands there and he like looks at it. And it's like he's trying to get a word out and struggling. And he makes a beeline towards the window that has the 2 tables propped against it, and he begins to pull and begins to yell, "Let me in! Let me in!" And he is
In?
currently
What?
trying to tear down the barricade.
You must be drunk or some shit. You ain't getting out no how. Cam would like to go over there and pull the man off the tables.
I'd like to join.
I've referenced my laudanum stash before.
Hmm.
I'm gonna jab some of this into him. Just pick an
A
ass
little
cheek and
dinky
just
dinky.
Okay. Let's start with these grapples. One of you can
Grappling.
either roll with advantage, or you both can roll athletics.
Grappling would be which check?
Athletics.
Athletics. I got a +0. How about you?
+3.
I would like for you to have advantage.
22.
Oh, hot damn!
You currently have this man grappled, and he continues to scream, "Let me in. It's freezing, let me in." And his body is kind of cold to the touch, but he continues to scream and actively struggle against you.
The fucking
You
hell?
go through your bag and start to pull out medicine. He is going
Heroin or
to
something.
pull out his weapon and fan the hammer.
At who?
Can Cam try to like catch his gun hand?
Nope. You are currently grappling him.
God
Just
damn it.
makes his movement 0. And by who, I mean anyone.
Oh boy.
First Cam.
Cool.
Does a 15 hit?
Well, it do.
Cool. One at Charlie.
Are these at disadvantage?
They should be. One moment. That did not affect that first one.
That's fair. I understand.
So we have 1. Then on
Cam
Charlie,
didn't get bit
disadvantage.
at all during the wolf altercation. She got off way too easy.
That's not going to hit Charlie. The next one is going to go for 3. Man, lounging in a chair.
Oh,
I'm so sorry, Jacques.
Oh no! Don't hit the trapper!
he won't feel it.
That's true. He's very drunk.
What'd you get?
Over a 20.
Oh fuck!
So 2 is a no-go, 3 is Jacques.
Fuck. Well, at least he didn't hit Charlie. My son!
There's another one at Charlie.
No! No thank
Right.
you!
Does a 12 hit you, Charlie?
No.
Ha-ha!
Right.
My boy!
Charlie, unhittable.
Hell yeah. Unstoppable.
The 5th is going to go for silver bullet, evens or odds.
Ooh.
Odds.
The last one is well, not the last one. This guy puts all his bullets in like an asshole. But this one's gonna go for Lana.
Oh no.
No! No, thank you.
She is going to use her reaction for duck and cover, adding to her AC.
Oh, thank God, yes!
Bullets start blasting, and she is already down. Bullet
Good.
whizzes
She should
right
be.
past her head.
She casts shield and
She
uses
casts,
the bar.
basically casts shield, casts like minor shield.
With her bar.
Duck
And
and
then
cover.
our last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Silver bullet.
Don't hit me.
Not a fan of that.
I'm gonna hit you.
I offered
Eugene-
you a
Eugene
drink
is good.
in solidarity, and this is how you repay me.
$21. Yeah.
Oh, boo.
So
Josh, loving your
silver
manicure,
bullet.
by the way.
That'll look cute when you're gonna get put in the dirt.
I was thinking something along those lines, but I wasn't going to say it.
Cam, you take 6 points of damage.
Ouch.
Jacques, you take 9 points of damage.
I'm at 7 HP.
The fuck? Oh my God!
The
Somebody heal
anti-Gorbiorn.
him! Where's our
Silver
necromancer?
bullet, you also take 9 points of damage. This man,
Yeah.
crazed, currently just opens fire on the room.
Jesus!
And the good doctor, like, you like stop for half a second. Okay, are you still gonna go in and try and jab this guy?
Yeah, I'm gonna stab him with a big old needle full of heroin and just
Hell yeah!
as much
Make
of
it-
that as I can get into him. Just a bam, bam.
Shooty,
So-
go night night!
The thing is, this man is wearing a large jacket.
Oh no.
So we are going to do.
Yeah, but this is a big old timey needle though. Like
Very large.
syringes weren't
very
little
scary.
delicate things back in the day. So just making my
This
case.
is going to be. Let's go ahead and do. I think for the fun of it, we're gonna do it like an athletics check, like a grapple. You are trying to jab this thing through his clothing. He is currently grappled, so you may roll with advantage.
I'm gonna need it. That is a 16.
There is a moment in the struggle where some of the jacket kind of falls back, and you're like, the time is nigh. And you stab this man in the leg, fully injecting him.
With quite a
Go
lot of
back
heroin.
around again if anybody would like to do anything. He's still going. This man is not yet fallen. You both are currently grappling. If you want to do something, you have to end the grapple.
Oh fuck.
I'm gonna keep holding him down.
I mean, you
I'm
could, like,
gonna
bonk
try
us
to
and,
keep
like,
holding them down too, cause goddamn.
You could try to punch him a few times, but
I mean, I can do a punch.
yeah, if you'd
I've
like,
got-
if you'd like
I've
to
got the
punch him.
I've got the canteen in my hand.
Get his gun
Can
off
that be
him.
an
Get his gun
improvised
off him.
weapon?
I'd like to use a super healing potion.
That would be nice.
Let me roll for it.
Aye.
Ooh, sorry, 18. It's not gonna cut it.
All the
you
healing
take
potions
6 damage.
exploded.
Yeah, Cam, go ahead and roll for a punch. You can add your strength modifier for a
Alrighty.
punch.
For a punch. And my strength modifier is 0, but oh well. 17.
Yeah, 100%.
Fuck yeah.
What's your strength modifier?
Plus a 0.
Deal 1
Oh, okay.
damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you sock this guy for
It's
solid
like-
damage.
I'd like to try and like either clock him in the face or like
Yeah, for
try
one
and
damage.
catch his gun and like knock it out of his hand.
That's a whole different can of worms.
Is it?
I'll go
Okay.
for the
But
gun.
you just said
All
you were
right.
punching him.
Fine, you go
Um,
for the gun. I'll give him a punch and
I'm
try
gonna
and
take it.
do
Okay,
it.
so currently you're dropping the grapple and you're like, new thing to grapple. You got it. So you
I'm
roll
still
athletics.
grappling him and giving him a punch.
Yeah.
More important to stop the violence. It's against the rules.
That's
Yeah,
true.
This dude's gonna
I
get
am
carried out
trying
back.
to stop the violence.
Mhm.
It was
what do we got
started
on
before
athletics?
I have a +3. That's a solid 5.
Ah!
I mean,
The
he's
man
not.
also rolled poorly, but not that poorly.
Damn it.
He's not reloading a revolver while two people are grappling him. So there's that.
So says you.
Pardon?
He's gonna
On
try.
his turn,
How?
he can try. Doesn't mean he's going to get all the bullets in, but he might get a couple in. But we're going to see if he's going to try to break the grapple or try to reload. Both viable to him. I didn't call one first. Evens. Okay, he is going to attempt to break the grapple. He's only grappled by one person now. Cam, go ahead and roll athletics if you'd be so kind.
Okay. You said athletics?
This- Yep.
Hell, all right. Athletics. Brr. That would be a 12.
You go to throw a punch
Mm.
and he takes it and sort of leans into it and twists his
Ah.
other arm free of
God
you.
Damn it.
And he is going to like get hands on this table. The whole time he's been screaming that he wants to go inside to let him in. And he is frantic and crazed. He's also going to do a Constitution saving throw.
I hope he passes out.
Looks a little wobbly, is not down yet. That is his turn. It's silver.
I don't know what order things are in, but
It's kind of like him, y'all.
okay. I'd like to like make eyes with Lana and say, "You want me to take the shot?"
She's gonna take a second and she looks over at the cluster of people in one spot. No, if he reloads, consider it.
All right.
You're like, if this man puts a single bullet in a cartridge, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can set up to have that as ready as your reaction.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that.
Anything from Jacques and the Good Doctor? Jacques, a bullet hits you, and you're like, wait.
I imagine it's like I got bit in the calf and then I got shot in the same leg in the thigh. It's just
No!
like
Making its way up.
Having done the one thing that he was really hoping was going to resolve the situation and saying that it really didn't work, Josiah's going to backpedal and like start tending to Jacques, but like keeping an eye on the situation, hoping that like the medicine starts kicking in soon.
Hope
He's
so.
gonna use his reaction. Punch you in the head when you run away.
All right, good on him. Good, go ahead and try.
Man's gonna do his damnedest to do something. Ooh, 14 to hit.
Oh, that'll hit.
There
Ah.
you go.
I accept.
Solid point of damage to the back of the head.
1 point of damage. Cool.
Not the strongest man in the world, but you know, a solid punch. You just keep going.
Hey, yeah, I'm just gonna like I'll pull my revolver out while that happens, and then just like put it back away. Like I'm a doctor. I'm not gonna
I'm a
kill
man of
somebody.
I oath.
I'm like real pissed off that it happened, but like okay, I'm just putting the gun away.
We are back around to the man on a mission.
God damn.
That's what you like to see.
Oh, God.
He struggles and pulls the table away from the window. From his angle, he has all the leverage he wants. He gets it open. He is going to use his movement to climb out the window. And so he does.
What
You
the
watch this
Jesus
man
H?
screaming to be let inside as he pulls himself through the window. And like when he falls out on the other side and stands up, you can see that scraped all over the stomach and thighs from going through the glass, like was not, seems unfazed by it as he stumbles outside the window and then turns wide-eyed out to the darkness. He's sort of like he is the only thing you can see now as the light sort of bounces off of him and he looks outwards. He is going to use the rest of his movement to start going. This man is running into the darkness and you watch as he kind of stumbles. He's not able to keep a straight line as he moves, just running forward. And you can hear the sound of the wind is intensified, but you just hear, ma'am? Ma'am, is that you? Oh, I'm sorry. Please don't, I'm sorry. Ma'am?
Come back inside.
Ma'am? He uses his full movement
God damn it.
and he just keeps going. It's y'all's turn. The man seems to have no intention of turning around.
Jesus H.
He's going.
I used a lot of good heroin on him.
My heroin.
Well, I have a
Now
way
how
you
will I
won't
get
shoot
rid of my
myself now.
cough?
If
Anybody
only there were
dead?
anything else.
Anybody dead? Anybody? Everybody all right?
Seems
No.
that Jacques has been hit again. I'm trying to mend
Stop
him up.
bleeding out
but
on this chair.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I am
Frenchie,
pretty bloody
come
right
on.
The wind continues to just spill into the space.
Help.
The window is now fully open.
This
All
man
right.
has been bitten and shot tonight. We need to keep him warm. Can we please close that window?
Doing what we can. Charlie,
Get
come
to
on.
it. Help pick up the table.
Yep.
You say you do it and you pick up a table.
Yeah.
Well-
I mean, I'll do it, but
I'm gonna chip in. I got a shot up arm, but I'm gonna chip in anyway.
yeah, you all
I did not
get the
realize you
window.
were hit. Come here for some mending.
I will in a minute when this work is done. You see to the Frenchie.
I do my
Um,
best to help Jacques. Stop the bleeding at
What do
least.
you do for the man?
I take a
What
long
can you
rest.
do for the man?
Trying to
Did
just
I
sit-
sleep? Has it been 8 hours? Sadly, I don't think you were here. A couple of you may not have been here where I talked about that hit dice are not a thing.
Huh?
Anywho,
What?
moving
quoi?
on. Eventually, the sounds of Mick disappear. The wind engulfs it, and then you quickly board the place up. You know, he's a grown man. He can make his own choices.
I mean,
Um,
he sure as hell wasn't gonna be taking no for an answer.
And once again, one person down. There's just the sound of the wind. And Belle, who is now screaming, who's it? And she like motions to where Mick was, like at the window.
She
Everyone
she
shut
says to
up.
close the window? Is that what she said? I
No,
missed.
she said, what the fuck was that? And like motioned to where Mick was.
Oh fuck. Where are Charlie and I at
Oh,
with
no.
reboarding this door, this window?
You
Have we
already
got
did
it done? We did it? All right,
That's
we're gonna cover that window. At least Cam is definitely making a beeline that way.
Yeah, no, the window's already covered. She's screaming at this closed window like, what the fuck just happened?
I'll go over to her.
Mhm.
Just like give her a hug. It's okay. It's fine.
Cam wants to try
she,
and
like holds on
peer
to
out
you.
there, see if she can catch sight.
Roll
Look
perception
over.
with disadvantage.
I'd like to look at Lana. Can I take her up downstairs where there's not windows or something?
And she's like speaking to you softly. She's like, why would he say that? We are inside. As Alana nods and you lead her towards the stairs to go into the trapdoor area. And Benji
Mhm.
comes over. I'll take her downstairs.
Okay, just make sure she's okay. That's two
Yeah.
people from here, Lana. Ran off outside for no reason.
Lana's been a little quiet. He had to be unwell. That wasn't right. Something was wrong.
With him and Mr. Courtney?
I don't know. We should try to stay together for a bit. Benji and Belle can stick together downstairs till she calms down.
That's for the best.
And then there's just like a murmur where she's like, I really like that chair. Just kind of like a soft moment of levity for half a second as she sees her armchair covered in blood.
Harvey just chimes in and says, I really like this shirt.
Well, we all might be making a stop in town after this is all over. Once the sun comes up, I'm sure it'll be fine. Have a good lay of the land. Nothing can sneak up on you.
Yeah.
People are just getting stir crazy or something. What'd you get, Cam?
Well, my better one would have been nicer. My worst one is 13.
It is nighttime. It is a snowstorm. That guy is on a mission
Fucking
elsewhere.
gone. No other signs of anything close enough
that you see.
to be seen. Okay.
No, you don't see anything. But
Can I see what direction he went based on the footprints? Was it the same direction as the other guy?
I mean, you saw him going straight and then he was engulfed in darkness. And then you
Okay.
had to, run over to a window after boarding up another window. You don't
Yeah.
know exactly the direction he went.
Okay. All right.
And there's a moment where everything gets a little quiet again, the natural hum of the wind, and everyone standing in the space, just kind of looking around. Lana looks over at the doctor. You're able to at least patch everybody up, right?
I'll make my best effort to, ma'am. It doesn't seem anyone's too badly wounded. Didn't seem anyone was hit center mass. I'll do my best.
Slowly slouch in the chair. The darkness consumes him.
Poor Jacques.
I've already treated him as best I could. So
That you're like, ugh.
Could Dr. Fink help at all with this?
He's not a
He's
He's a
meta.
professor.
I'm not a doctor.
Oh.
I'm a professor.
Oh, my
Man of
mistake. I
science,
wasn't
not
able to
medicine.
ask before on account of the screaming wind and snow, but I suppose that does make sense.
Understandable.
Wasn't able to ask before on account of you suffocating in breast tissue.
That's also true.
Man goes red in the face.
well, I will say I am envious.
I did not ask for this. As he kind of stares ahead, like kind of looking into the distance, his face just fully flushed. But there's just like a little bend of a smile in the corner of the mouth. And that is where we are going to take our break. We're going to take a 10-minute break. Slowly, we are losing people at this inn. Down 2. See if there's any more to lose. See you guys
Almost
in 10
3.
minutes.
Thanks, 10.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult for part 2 of our Western one-shot, Whiteout. Currently, Lana Dell's Bay Bar has been losing patrons left and right, and possibly more on the way, as 2 have seemed to abscond through windows into this storm that is near certain death. Going out into this.
said they were trying to get in somewhere,
Yeah,
which is concerning.
One of them was asking very adamantly to be let in as he lets himself outside and disappears, now very drugged up and in the darkness, which I'm sure adds to the fun of it all for him. But currently, you all stand in this partially barricaded space. Jacques, near bleeding out, on this chair. The good doctor has bandaged him a bit, but it is just enough to make him stop staining the couch a bit, is currently the situation. But you all wait here in this space, the sound of the wind. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
Well,
Make my
seeing
way
as-
around, patching up whoever I can.
yeah, Cam,
I think
take him up.
2
on
more
that when
people
he
were
comes
hit.
by.
Give me 2 medicine checks.
Okay. Yeah, both of those are probably going to fall short of anything that was needed. I got a 7 and an 8.
Oh, nice. Real nice.
You
Doc.
pick up a liquid, you'll splash it on it, and you wrap it up. Is there a bullet still in there? Maybe. Should I take it out? Unsure, unclear. But you bandage the wounds. So you have that going for you.
So,
Love that.
This
Sure
your
you're a
first
real
time
doctor?
taking out a bullet, Doc?
Everyone at the same time.
I'm-
Excuse you.
I'm sorry, sir. This is just a graze. Is it worse than it looks?
Feels like it
let me-
rather smarted, frankly.
let me take your vitals and we'll be sure. And
You gotta do this better than. Are you even a doctor?
Josiah's gonna take Cam's vitals and sir, are you ma'am, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Ain't nothing.
Just keep it clean. Don't let it get infected. If it starts to smell funny, that my asthma can be a bitch. Pardon my language, ma'am.
Frankly, sir.
Charlie, your eyes continue to narrow. As you're like, are you
Oh,
an actual
goddamn.
doctor? And he like,
I'm
turns,
wondering that.
right?
My damn
Like,
self.
So
you are
if it
you are a
smells
peach.
bad,
Sugar, you are
cut
a
it
peach
off.
is what you are.
Cut that bitch right
Goddamn.
off.
Soft-headed is what I would say.
Well, I would normally take that as an insult, but these are stressful times, and
I am in rather a lot of pain, so yeah, I would say these would be indeed stressful times.
we'll all make it through this together, provided nobody else decides to self-defenestrate.
That would be much appreciated. What I would like to know is what is causing folk to self-defenestrate. There is something out there, and I will not say this lightly. I know y'all ain't know me from Adam. But quite frankly, there is something out there I have never seen before. It is not an animal, it is something that thinks.
And
it
you
is
think it's
affecting
causing
folk.
people to poop themselves?
Have you ever read a book? I hated my reading, writing, arithmetic. I know
Yeah.
what the fuck self-defenestration means.
Yeah, it means you shit yourself.
No, you stupid son of a bitch. It means you throw yourself out a goddamn window.
Lana slams a glass down on the ground. Everybody calm the fuck down. I know I don't got a sign for yelling and hollering, but everybody shut the fuck up. If you're gonna talk, you're gonna be civil. Do we understand?
Yes, Ms. Dell. Don't
Yes,
break any more servingware that you had like 4 glasses. Now you
Whatever
have
I
3.
fucking want to.
That's
Now I
fair,
have
it is
2.
your bar.
This is a shame.
And not the last 2. They're the good ones. Anyway.
Everybody's drinking directly from the bottles now. This is just what we have to do.
That's understandable given the circumstances, frankly.
But to distract herself, she goes and pours a bowl of stew, and she's going to make her way over to Jacques. And she's like, you should probably try to eat something to keep your strength up. So would you want to be like buried out back, or like what's your kind of vibe for like if
Oh,
it gets
come
bad?
on,
I just want
Lana,
to be
he
sure.
ain't dead yet.
Jacques,
Well, I can't ask him when he's dead.
Deliver
you don't-
my remains to my wife.
So you said
Alright.
you didn't have a family
I
We
do
heard
not
that
have a father.
in the
but
last
I,
session.
He's
I
an
have
acquaintance.
married quite recently.
Oh well,
Where did we
Many
know
happy
each other?
returns, I
congratulations on your
You know how fast
nuptials.
we French are.
suppose.
I like met her on the way here. We just got married.
Jesus, how many times have you been married, Jacques?
Just once.
Mm,
I see.
Only once have I met a woman more hairy than me.
And I
I
was
see.
enthralled.
Her name is Sasquatch.
Sasquatch, good fucking god. I gotta kill this character. I gotta put him in the dirt. It's the only thing I can do. I'm doing it for the good of the people.
Kim might be feeling like perhaps she's had a little too much to drink, or maybe whatever the doctor did is doing something funny. She's gonna just go and have a bowl of stew and have a sip.
Okay.
Fuck.
All right. And you wait. Some people have stew.
I'd advise keep it to a grain-based diet after an injury like that to help you heal up a little better.
who asked you?
There's grains in. Oh wait, there are grains in whiskey. No.
I agree. Very grain based. I will have more. Glug.
Bring me another bottle. As I throw
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna
empty
need
one.
another as well. I will pay whatever it takes. I do not care.
Lana stares into the void for a solid 5 seconds. All right. And then
It's not violence.
It's paying her money for what she sells anyway. We're gonna
Is-
be stuck in here overnight with a monster outside. We might as well enjoy ourselves.
Is Benji around?
Benji is currently downstairs with Belle.
Oh, that's right.
At least they're safe? Question mark?
There's no windows down there.
That's
There are
true.
no windows.
Yeah, Miss Lana, should someone go check on them, make sure they're doing okay down there?
How long
Charlie,
have
or-
gone?
I can go check. I wanted to grab some stuff from down there anyway.
All right. Well, see whether or not you can find anything else. We might be able to patch up some of these windows here. They're
There's pelts everywhere. We
gonna
could
need to
put
hold
them
till
over.
morning.
You start to make your way over to check on Belle and Benji. You all kind of talk back and forth. The whoosh of wind. And, ma'am? Muffled. Soft. But from outside. Ma'am? Ma'am?
Say we don't let them in.
I'm going to put my vote to this.
Yeah, no,
he's-
no, we are not letting nothing inside this bar. Whoever is here, that is who we are. Nobody else gets in. Are we all agreed on that?
Me.
I have to take agreement in that the last person to leave here, the most likely one to be out there, put bullets into 3 of y'all.
please. And it just continues on. This note.
Stop that.
I don't like it. Can somebody make it stop, please?
Let me in.
Put a bullet in
I'm
him.
breathing. Let me in. Let me in.
Put him out before the cold does.
I
You
would
hear
prefer
this
to.
laughter hatch on the wind. I'd like everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Jesus Christ!
You can't make me fear when I'm already dying. Apparently.
I have no
That's
fear.
valid. Wisdom saving throw.
That's a dirty 20.
Oh, yeah,
Fuck
Yeah.
this.
22.
19.
Oof.
5.
12.
Nope. Think natural 1.
Oh.
The man's no longer supported by the loving embrace of a woman. He is done for.
His
Uh,
ears aren't covered by breasts anymore.
No! No, Dr.
Now he
Fink,
can hear.
no!
I'm a professor. And so then he's gone.
No, not
um,
the thinking man.
The laughter, almost like a stab into the ears, each one hitting you. It's almost like an ice pick, just jab, jab, jab. And it is stunning to a lot of you as you try to like kind of get your focus back and are able to maintain. But Silver Bullet, Cam, and Fink, your body seize up as you try to regain focus, but are stunned by the situation and unable to do anything. And there's the loud sound of an impact against the door. And you watch it bow slightly, and there's the snap, little snaps of wood. The door remains whole. And then a long scraping sound as something moves from the door along the outside of the wall, heading in the direction of the next window.
I better take me upstairs.
Goodbye, nerds. Crawl up.
Oh, an acute bout of tinnitus, apparently. He's gonna position himself. Josiah's gonna position himself away from the windows and doors and like behind the Silver Bullet.
All of you move away. At that moment, Silver Bullet, Cam, and Fink are able to like pull themselves back together, the locking in their joints. At the same time, you hear glass shatter.
Fuck!
The other window, glass flies inwards,
Jesus.
and the wind rushes in.
One window or two?
You now have 2 broken windows, but
Oh, but one just
just
broke. Okay. All right.
Jesus.
What do we see at that window?
are you going to go to it?
Is it not visible from the bar?
No. You can.
No,
You can.
I'm not going.
Yeah, I would
The
put my
window.
hand on his shoulder, holding him there
Cam
anyway.
might have been close to. Is that the window that Cam was looking out of?
Yeah, the window when from earlier to the one you were looking at.
I'd assume
Wind
she's.
continues to wrap inside.
Did she get cut by glass or something? I don't know.
We're doing a whole nother thing at the time.
Oh,
The last
boy.
time
You are
looked at
doing
the-
the
Okay.
Lord's work.
Okay,
That's a cat, man.
that's good.
But currently now there is another broken window with wind just sailing in. You can watch as snow is starting to make its way in, but nothing else.
I would like
Everybody
to
get your weapons
hold my
loaded.
gun, try to follow it around the building if it seems like it keeps going.
Yeah, the scraping sound stopped after the glass exploded.
Cam is listening intently to whatever is going on outside. She's loading up her gun. All 6 bullets. Ready, loaded. She's got her knife uncovered at her side. She's ready.
Sure. Go. Anybody who'd like to is welcome to roll perception with disadvantage.
Am I still upstairs at this point? Or did I make it downstairs?
You're like
before-
at the door, like about to pull it up, and you've stopped
Okay.
because your body, yours didn't seize up, but you're like
Oh,
just taking
boy.
in the moment.
Then I will roll.
Disadvantage turned my natural 20 into a 9. So
That's a shame.
yeah.
I'm going upstairs. I don't want to look.
Mine's a 19. So
11.
Can I get
Good,
like an
I'm glad
upstairs
somebody
vantage
did
point
good.
kind of thing, or is it
I
just
only got
like
a 13.
upstairs is like walled off and you can't see down below?
You
no
could get a
catwalk.
little bit up the steps and kind of have a spot, but you couldn't go all the way up.
Then I would just go all the way up and not have a
Yeah.
spot.
You sort of drag yourself up the steps as one leg is nearly fully out of commission. Somebody rolled a 19.
Goddamn, Charlie, the best of all of us. That's my boy. That's my boy.
Charlie. It's hard to hear because now the wind has amplified by the fact that it is no longer buffeted by, the fact that you are indoors. You don't see anything from your angle, like like waiting at the window. You don't see that. But you can see something on the glass. Like there's something smudged on the glass or stuck on the glass. You're not sure. But that's the only thing you see. You can't tell what it is from here.
I'll go look at it.
Charlie's like, well, yes.
Oh no, Charlie, my
Boys.
boy.
I'll have my axe
Um,
out. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, Charlie.
Follow.
He
Don't,
kept-
don't go alone.
Well,
Cam
don't go
wants
alone.
to-
Nobody follows.
Cam is gonna try, cause like God, she hates it, but fuck if she's gonna watch this kid get himself killed and she doesn't do a damn thing. So she's gonna follow after him.
That
That's not
Charlie's
cool.
a child. It's also my favorite. Everyone's like, this 12-year-old boy.
Baby.
He's younger than me.
That's a full-grown man back then.
A whole ass man right there.
He's a boy. My son.
You start making your way kind of over behind Charlie. Charlie's a little closer based on where they were standing, but Charlie, you get to the window and you take a look out, and your face is buffeted with the wind. You don't see anything directly outside of the window, but you look to the thing that you saw on the glass. There is, it looks like thick, matted hair, black hair, and there's something around it akin to visually molasses, something tar-like. The hair itself looks incredibly coarse and solid, but there's just this little chunk of it stuck against the glass. And you also, with your 19, looking outside the window, you can see marks in the snow for where something was moving by, leaving imprints. Go ahead and roll me nature. I'd also take survival.
I'll do survival. That one's better. 23.
23.
This is a good die.
I'm keeping this guy. You are pretty good at tracking. It's similar to a bear, the marks you're looking at on the ground, but they're bigger. Good bit bigger. And the foot pattern doesn't seem right, but it's the only thing your brain can think to attach it to, is that it's something like a bear, but if it is, there's something wrong with it.
And looking at the hair, does it look like anything I would have seen before?
it near alien looking at it for you.
Well, I'm gonna take it to Jacques. He's seen some weird
You-
creatures.
You pick it up and just like there's like a string of this sticky substance that kind of sticks to the window some as you pull it away. And
Cam's not looking
touching-
too close because she's trying to look out for anything that might be coming from the window, but like, is there any of that clocks in the peripheral?
I mean,
Right
yeah,
there.
but none of it makes any sense to you.
Jesus H, what the fuck are we dealing with here?
I don't know.
Um,
Can you cover this window as I'm
Yeah.
going up to Jacques with this hair?
I can do that.
Touching it, it's almost how sturdy it feels, how coarse it is. It's almost like a piece of wood. Like, you know, it's not. You're looking at it, you can tell it's hair, but the integrity of it is so solid. And you follow the blood, and you go up the steps. See Jacques at the top.
I hand to him. Is this that the creatures he said before? The whippersnapper? Is this it?
I'm gonna take it and then like bring it in close and then away and close for like the smell, and then I'm gonna like look at it and like bite on it a little bit. And
Ew, 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 ew. Oh God.
I'm rolling survival.
Yeah, you know what? Roll with advantage for all that insanity that you just described.
I love it.
You absolute madman.
That would be a 23.
Okay.
Good.
Weird shit. As a man who has encountered, dreamed, thought of, aspires to find interesting creatures
Or married.
or marry them
It's just his wife out there.
or marry,
Ah, she's
we're learning a lot.
she's after.
I'm broken.
This is mind-boggling. You have never encountered anything like this before because of your very high roll and the fact that you put that in your mouth. I am going to allow you to roll a history check.
Jesus. Awesome.
Ah,
Come on, come on.
I have nothing for history, so that is just a straight 12. Is there Fink there to like? Can I help Fink?
Are you gonna go to it? You're like, hey, buddy, come up here.
Taste this.
Fink's
see
gotta
what you
come to
think.
me. I ain't moving.
I refuse to go back downstairs.
I made it all up the way to the stairs. I'm like, oh, that fucking hurt. I'm staying here.
Uh-huh.
On shaky
Charlie.
legs, Fink goes upstairs, and 12 isn't bad, so I will give him advantage on the roll.
Awesome. Like describe whatever like the I don't know.
It's like
The
it's definitely
terroir.
not my wife, and this thing.
I know the taste of her fur anywhere, and this ain't it.
She's not after
That's-
child support.
I hate it here.
Oh my God.
He looks at it for a moment. He like goes to touch it and then like pulls his hand away, and there's just like a string of this sticky something as he tries to like wipe it
Ugh.
off of his hands.
Oh.
I mean, people make up legends and stories about things all the time. And he like kind of glances around. You know, people tell stories, and you know, they're supposed to be it's jokes to keep your children in bed at night. And
I have like the most confused face at Fink. Like, what do you mean? That's all I do.
And like, is that audible down the stairs? Is he loud enough to be heard?
they're not whispering. I'll tell you when somebody is whispering.
Then like, Cam would like to say, respectfully, Professor, I would like for you to consider the rational point that there is something in your hands which is, you know, not a normal animal. So what would that suggest? rationally?
I mean, I'm not an expert on the topic. That people tell you stories of things that creatures in the woods that can alter your mind. No, it's I don't remember what they're called. It's a myth. Half the joke is that you could tell somebody that there was a monster, but you don't remember it. And
Is that not
I
what
don't know what
happened
else to
to
say.
two of our companions this evening? I remember distinctly there
You
was a thing out
you don't
there.
know that they lost their memories about anything.
I mean, like, they don't seem to have spoken up real fast to have, like, agreed or corroborated the story. They were like, I don't know, didn't see anything in particular. And Cam's like, I gotta look. It's a thing. We were out there with it.
Oh, they are disagreeing that there was a thing. They saw the eyes.
Okay, I'm like, it's like, this is the degree to which this is affecting all of us, quite frankly, suggests to me that there is something outside the ordinary currently at play. And so I would simply like for us to consider all of our options. That's all.
That's all I can give you. That's all I remember is hearing a story about something like that.
All right. Okay.
Lana's got some books downstairs. Maybe there's something there that'll jog your memory.
What kind of books? Anything in that vein, Lana, by any chance?
Lana clears her throat. That is my personal collection of books, and I do not think they will be very helpful in this point in time.
Okay.
Any thing you've read in those books could be helpful to us, Lana? Ms. Lana?
In this moment, no.
This might be our last moment. Some people don't start speaking up.
I have to agree, quite frankly. I do not like how quiet it is. I don't know a damn thing makes a noise like that and doesn't follow with something. And it's been a minute.
First window blowing in middle of the storm, maybe that's a storm. Second one preceded by begging and pleading and laughter, and then that's malice, Ms. Dell. There's someone outside means us malice and harm.
I don't know what everybody's trying to get from me in this
No,
moment.
information.
You're welcome to go read my smut books downstairs if that makes you feel better.
Might actually make me feel better to be downstairs reading your smart books, Ms. Dell. I
Sure,
bid the rest
not
of
allowed
you adieu.
downstairs
I
with my
will be
smut
in the
books.
basement.
Jock, while they go back and forth, what's up? Yes, Jock?
Jesus.
I would like to set up a snare at the top of the stairs for 10 minutes as I'm just like, I'm not gonna fucking die here. I got a beautiful wife up in the forest, and I'm gonna take it out of here.
I'm gonna live,
Get home
bitch.
for her and our child. I feel it in my bones. Yeah, you set up a snare at the top of the, or you start setting up a snare at the top of the steps.
Yeah, it takes 10
Fink
minutes.
steps back like, oh,
Are any of us able to observe the fact that he's doing this? Do we hear him moving around?
I'm standing right next to
yeah,
I know,
you guys
it's not
hear me,
secret.
or like, yeah, she handed me the thing, so, or he's is the character, yeah. So I'm just like, I'm doing it here, and good luck. I got the upstairs.
you're starting to set up a snare. Yeah, it's not a secret. Well, if you think this is all a big problem, you're welcome to figure out what to do about it.
Okay.
But I literally, I can't help you.
No,
I
that's
don't
fair, that's
know.
fair. Understood, Ms. Lana, and apologies all around, I am sure, for intruding upon your private business. It was not our intention.
Sure. And she's sort of like, she's still in the bar, but now she's like in a position where she can like look at the window and like with her back against the bar top and is just sort of watching.
What's the temperature like inside the room? Like, is the
It's-
fireplace keeping us warm, or is it like bitterly cold?
It is starting to get pretty cold. The hot air, she's starting to lose this fight, but it is not freezing yet. There is a lantern that was near the window, that just the amount of wind bombarding it puts it out. So now that side is now a bit engulfed in a wee bit of shadow.
I hate it. Is anybody else within the ring of the shadow of the window?
I can only assume nobody is standing in the shadow
should hope
next
not.
to the window.
I should hope the fuck
Unless
not.
y'all got like an energy I wasn't picking up on, but I'm assuming everybody is not just casually standing by the window.
Can we
in the
prefer
shadow
not
part.
to die, please? Thank you.
It's my assumption. Lana is just kind of looking to all of you for like, what do we do?
Okay. All right.
Mr. O'Hara, you got any? Oh, well, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miss Cam. By all means.
I was only gonna ask, can anybody set up some kind of defenses around these windows? I feel as though we had at least better cover them as best as we're able, such that we don't necessarily have to have more than one pair of eyes on it at a time, and it'd still be safe.
I was gonna ask Miss Dell if it would be sensible for all of us to head downstairs, if that's maybe a warmer and more defensible position.
It's a thing worth inquiring.
It's not incredibly warm down there, but it's also a pretty small space.
Is there a hearth down there? Something to keep it warm?
I don't light fires down there.
Bad idea underground. Can snuff out more air than you can take in.
So it just sort of is what it is down there. And if this is some horrible thing, if it gets inside, it could just break it open, and then we're all stuck in a basement.
We're running out of debris to board up these windows.
Would upstairs?
Ms. Cam, if you could give me a hand, Charlie and the other gentleman, what was his name? Started with a B. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about.
Oh, Benji?
Benji, yes.
With a bell.
They brought up those boards with nails in them. Nail them in
Mhm.
with the hammer, using the butt of the revolver as a hammer. Board them up over the windows. It won't keep much air out, but might keep something from climbing in.
I can do that so long as somebody else will cover the window. I am not lowering my weapon so long as they're in at least some other defense.
Mr. O'Hara, can you keep a rifle on the window while Miss Cam and I hammer up these boards?
Charlie, welcome to help.
I'll keep my rifle on the window.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's. And
Is there like a bearskin rug or something we can like pin up behind this thing to like keep wind out? Like we put up a rug
pelts.
and then put the boards over it.
Pelts, yeah?
There are pelts everywhere. I tried to
right.
tell Cam that earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I missed it all in the fur. I'm sorry, Charlie. I should have listened.
Sorry, Char.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are welcome to also set up a pelt against the window. You hammer in the two boards.
Yep.
There you go. Easy as pie.
Can I get the lantern relit?
Yeah, you can start doing that.
All right.
Let's pull it a little bit away from the immediate vicinity of the window, I believe.
I agree. I think the most of us should keep our distance from all of the windows and doors, any portal leading into this abode. And if there is any scrap wood, I would recommend we throw it onto the fire and keep the heat in this place if we can.
Last thing we need is to get froze out.
The cold will kill us as quickly as whatever is out there if we don't keep that fire going.
Whatever I think of your doctoring skills, I do believe you are correct there, sir.
Well, I didn't ask for your critique on my doctoring skills.
Well, I
I
didn't
think
ask your doctoring skills for my arms, but here we are.
I think your arm will heal up nicely. Thank you. Thanks to my doctoring skills. And you'll have me
we'll
to thank
see in
for
a
that.
week's time,
The
sir.
blood begins to.
Hey, it's not gonna
Like
heal
red
in a
on the
week.
sleeve.
Is that your first bullet bite?
No, sir.
All right. Anyhow, I appreciate your help with closing that window, Ms. Cam. And
Yeah,
Charlie, sir, you've done a good job, son.
ma'am.
Hell, God damn it.
Ah.
All right, are there any other uncovered windows? I recommend we get them.
Let. And you just hear the let moving around the side of the building.
Mm-mm. Cam
And-
wants to be tracking that with her gun. Following it.
And it kind of dawns on all of you how loud this is actually from the fact that you can almost hear it crystal clear. Just through the wood. Let. A horrible scraping sound continues again.
Up, down.
Slowly moving towards a window on the opposite side. And it shatters.
Ugh.
You are
Cam would
welcome
like to take a shot.
You're welcome to.
God damn it. This son of a bitch. I have a feeling it's not gonna hit much. That's 12.
The thing is, there's window, and then there's a whole building around it.
Okay.
Your bullet slams into the sill.
Shit. Recox. Ready.
Then you watch as around the side, a paw-like hand, dark claws, thick, matted black fur, coated in what, in this lighting, kind of has a shine to it, a sheen. Perpetually damp, even though it's freezing outside. Let me in. And it just, currently there's no move to come inside. This hand is just slowly tracing.
You are not welcome to come in.
Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. And Cam would like to take another shot.
Now I have to. Sure?
God damn it. I can't shoot for shit. I'm spooked out my gourd, guys. It's a 13. I don't think that's
And I'll
gonna do
tell
it.
you, to be honest, this thing has some cover.
Yeah, I figured. That's a 13. Do with it as you will.
The bullet makes its way past the window, but there is no reaction from the thing outside.
Ms. Dell, is this a neighbor of yours?
Lana looks at you, ghost pale, eyes wide, and she pulls out the shotgun from under the bar, and she's gonna walk straight up to that shit and open fire.
Hell yeah, Lana!
She looks at you like you better shut the fuck up.
Uh-huh.
These angry eyes just wide with fear. Let me
Pull that
go
over her
to-
favorite chair.
That
My-
is my
my
kind of
chair, my-
business owner. God damn.
Everything in my house is broken.
I'm so sorry, Lana. It's too
Ooh.
late. too
While she's
late,
making her
too
way
late.
back over, or while she's making her way over there, I'm gonna go behind the bar and see if I can find like the rest of the shotgun shells.
Oh, you can roll investigation.
All right.
You're like, I got you.
Cam wants to be covering Lana.
I hope that a 19 finds them.
You
I
find
hope
yourself
so.
a nice little box. It's not full, but you find a little box.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And as you find them, you hear just a loud crack as she opens fire at the window.
Hell yeah.
Wood splinters go flying in all directions. But it is near, like, she gets as near to point blank as she comfortably can. Like, just the adrenaline. She walks up to the window and just opens fire, stumbles back
Goddamn.
on her heels a bit, and then catches herself.
Hell yeah. Cam's covering her the
And-
whole time. This thing makes a
And the
move she wants
hand-
to shoot.
Stays on the window. And you watch as the elbow begins to bend,
Oh no.
and then dripping from the maw, just grow a huge muzzle, sharp, jagged teeth, just dripping wet black fur, face, a bear, a cougar, a wolf. It's a mixture of things as your brain tries to pinpoint what you're looking at, and it like leans in. Yeah. And it turns its focus to Lana.
Cam wants to cover her with a shoot.
I mean, you're welcome to open fire on the thing.
I would like to. Yes.
I would
Take
also
your-
like to open fire on the thing.
Well, this was a readied action.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Gunslinging ain't for
Oh
you.
god damn it. Cam, you're not Nana. You don't have to roll shit. Suffice it to say, Cam does not hit the thing.
Is like watching a nightmare come in through the window. Understandable.
Yeah, not a fan.
Well, that dice
not a
is gone
fan.
forever.
Can't. Huh. I don't like
stares
anything
for a
about this
moment.
situation.
Her hand tightens on the gun. Wordlessly screams, like her mouth opens to scream, but there are no words. And just goes, "Ah." And she begins to run.
Yeah,
The
valid.
click of heels on wood as she makes it as far as she can. She starts to go up the steps.
Fair, fair. Not Cam is gonna take shots. She has pistolier ability, multi-attack. I can make 2 revolver attacks per action.
Well, if this is what we're doing,
yeah,
I'd like everybody to roll initiative.
that's pretty valid. I guess.
Ah.
But I want to fight it.
This is me asking you to fight it.
Well, all right then. Let's goddamn fight it.
How many have you shot at it with so far?
That would be. Ooh, I think that's my 6 actually. So I need to reload first.
Everybody, just so you know, unless you have an ability, it's going to be an action to reload.
Fuck. I already did fan the hammer. I can't do it again. Oh boy. Well.
25 to 20.
I got a 20.
Hell yeah. Jacques.
Coming in
15 to 20.
16.
Damn.
hot. Damn.
You both are 16?
Mhm.
All right. Whose dex mod is higher? What do you guys got in the dex department?
+3 for me.
4.
All right.
Wow, look at you go.
You didn't go with the standard.
Yes,
just-
guy.
I
Charlie.
no,
Trapper.
I was told to roll things
What was the
or something. I don't know. My friend did it.
what was the group just called? Was that 15 to 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm waiting, sorry.
Charlie and then the silver bullet. 10 to 15.
Moi. 14.
And then we have Cam. And then I'm assuming we have the good doctor.
I got a 4.
There you go.
That's fair.
Finn, I am not.
That's fair.
How about our fabulous patron?
I want her to be safe.
7,
Oh no.
but she is currently way across the barn.
That's good.
She is no longer the closest person to this thing.
That's good.
But that's okay.
And what is Belle doing? Like,
It's in the
Belle is
basement.
downstairs.
oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with
Belle and Benji are
Benji.
not in the space currently.
Yeah.
We are at the top.
I
Yeehaw.
was trying to build a trap, which takes 10 minutes. I
Sadly.
doubt that. Yeah, we didn't get that time.
No. You can hear the commotion, but from your angle, can't exactly see it.
I don't really. I hear shit's going on, and I see
Yeah.
like I don't got time. I'm just gonna take my whole rope back and like fuck this. Like fine, man. And then after taking that in, I'm gonna go like crimpling walk as far as I can away.
Okay, you use at half movement, you kind of start moving yourself across the floor upstairs. Like, I'm good actually. As you continue to move back. Anything else?
It was an action to take up the rope or interact with object.
Interact with object.
Then action dash into a room.
Yeah, you get to a room. The first one you get to, she is locked.
Yeah,
Son of a
but
bitch. So you start moving to the next door like, I'm good actually, and you just keep moving along. Meanwhile, downstairs, an arm and a mouth are the only things that can have like wedged themselves into the window. This thing is large as it fills the space. The blackness of its fur, just, it's almost as if you're still staring into the night sky behind you. And it leans in and tilts its head slightly as one of its eyes comes into view. Black, with a slight sheen to them, different than the fur. And they reflect the light back at you. Cam, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, shit. Okay. Not the worst. That's a 16.
There is a shiver that runs down your spine. But you swallow it. And you can feel your hands shaking and you do your best to steady them. But you stand your ground. It is going to attempt to come inside.
Cam would like to oppose that if possible.
You cannot,
Fuck.
unless you have a reaction that does something about that, but I don't know
believe
about that.
so. Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah. And it pushes its body hard against the side. And there's a splintering of wood. So you watch pieces fall onto the interior of the room. It's not in yet. Feels like it's getting in at some point. That's its turn, Charlie.
Gonna throw my axe at that hand.
Yeah,
go.
boy!
Go for it.
That's an
Love
8.
that sumbitch!
Let's see. 22 to hit.
Hell yeah, boy!
You line up and throw this axe as hard as you can. You watch it hit dead center next to the eye,
Holy fucking
and it
shit.
bounces clean off the body.
Holy fucking shit.
Anything else, Charlie?
Yeah. Head towards the cellar.
I see.
Yep. I don't want that.
You go over to the cellar. You get there in your movement and like object interaction, pull it up. Hey, drop that bitch. You're in the cellar. Benji and Bells are like looking up at you like, what's happening? That's your turn, Charlie. Silver bullet.
Don't breathe.
I think the silver bullet's going to take a shot.
Yeah.
And see if that does anything.
By all means.
Oh, hell yeah, that's a nat 20.
Fuck
Ooh.
yeah, silver bullet.
That's beautiful.
Oh, and I did want to say, but I was so flustered that he would send up a little prayer to the Catholic God before he fires.
Which prayer, Catholic boy?
I don't know. I'm not
My
Catholic.
It's a Hail Mary.
Damn.
You want a
My
Hail
lord.
Mary? Is what you're
You
looking
want a
for.
Hail Mary? Yes, that's correct.
Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. It's a lot because I also get sneak attack because I had advantage on the attack roll.
Ooh.
11, 14.
Get out of my chat. Get out of here. Get out of here.
8,
People are being spicy in the private chat.
34.
34?
Yes.
Shit. It's not even moving. It's stuck in a window.
Get wrecked.
Okay, we need to calm down in the chat. Anywho, I'm about to throw my glasses around. We're here to talk about cowboys. Perfectly lined up. You can imagine the brain exploding out of this thing. The bullet makes impact dead center of the head. And then a moment passes. And you watch the bullet slip down the face through the ooze that is there and then land on the floor. Anything else, silver bullet?
Just say, what the hell was that? And that's all I can do since I can't move and get advantage on the same turn.
You're like, I wish I had moved a little. And
I wish I had followed Charlie.
Charlie knows what's up. Cam. What would you like to do? Cam.
Cam is staring off into the void. She is having a little bit of a hard time, but yeah, she is definitely going to take 2 revolver shots at this thing. She doesn't want it to get in.
Yeah, I will tell you just straight up, you're welcome to
Yeah.
do this. So it's fine. You do see that bullet land on the ground.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I am not certain what else I can
Like,
contribute
He's
to.
bad at it. And you open fire.
Maybe he's bad at it. Maybe my bullets are better. Who knows?
Maybe I have the better bullets.
All right.
Yeah,
not
he is the
worst.
silver bullet.
I'm
That's
guessing
fine.
the 14 won't make much difference, but what about the 21?
One bullet goes wide. The second makes impact.
Oh, 22.
And you watch
Actually, I double checked my math, but like I doubt one more makes much difference here.
And you watch it slip off the body and land on the ground.
Christ. All right. Okay. All right. Let's have some kind of plan in place here. If anybody has any ideas, I'm all ears, frankly.
And that's your
Chris
6
knows.
seconds.
Yep.
Um,
I mean, Cam knows how to shoot. And
Lana's
like
running
a number of other things.
upstairs. Dash action. She's up.
All right, that's fair. She should.
She
Valid.
steps over your body. Pardon me. But she is currently in the process of trying to unlock a door.
Ooh,
So she is now doing that upstairs.
interesting.
That is the end of her turn. The creature is going to use a legendary action.
Like that.
No.
Watch the mouth heel open, and it literally peels open as the substance that is stuck to its fur. It almost has to just like rip its own mouth back open again, from this molasses like texture around its whole frame.
Gross.
God.
And this high-pitched laugh enters the space,
No thanks.
and everyone can hear it. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. It's a 15.
22.
Natural 20 plus 3, 23.
Natural 1 plus 2, 3.
Hot.
I got a 12.
Hot also. What did you get, Cam?
Oh boy. Was it 15?
This laugh just echoes inside of your heads, but Silver Bullet, Charlie, and Benji,
Oh, bitch.
No, Benji.
you are stunned until the end of the creature's next turn.
No.
You're like at the top of the steps, like you just closed the door over you, and your body seizes up, and Benji also seizes up, and Belle's like, what's happening? She like kind of steps up, and it's like, what's that is that legendary action.
Don't like that.
That was the end of Lana's turn. Doctor.
How far am I from my bag?
Did you set it down?
I mean, I imagine it's pretty much sitting in the center of the room, like because I was tending to everyone.
Just say it's on you if she asks. something.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, I grabbed my bag and I
Expediency's sake.
It's right there. You grab it.
grab my bag, I duck behind the bar, and I start shoveling in bottles of liquor into my bag, as many as I can fit.
I love it.
You just start pulling
Can
these
Cam
things.
see that?
Probably.
Yeah, from where you are. Yeah, bro.
Is she allowed to remark upon this development?
You can say a statement, but that's about it.
What the fuck, Doc?
And that's it.
Your bullets aren't doing shit, but it might burn.
And that is your 6 seconds.
Huh.
You're back. Now, I'd love you to be honest with me, Cam.
Mm-hmm.
Lana went straight up to this window. How close were you?
I mean, Cam was covering her probably from, I'd say about like 15, 20 feet away. I'm not super clear on exactly how big the bar is, but
Behind
it's
my
like
bloody
not
chair.
immediately behind her, perhaps a few paces back.
Okay. That is fine then.
Is it?
For now.
Okay. I'm content. Jacques, what's up? Currently, you're watching Lana try to get one of the doors open.
I would like to stand up, and do I have like 15 movement to get to her and help her
Yeah, you-
open a freaking door?
Open
be
the
good.
door.
Please.
I would like to open the door.
She's like,
The door.
shh. She's
Huh.
kind of wild in the eyes, but you're in a position where if she opens the door, you are welcome to like fall inside. Like you could just like, I'm ready to go in here now. Okay. It's our boy's turn. Our beautiful boy.
Charlie, my
Awesome.
boy.
The shoulder snaps in through the window. And another hand comes in and grips the top of the sill as it tries to pull itself in. And it looks about the space. And it pulls itself about 5 feet in, and the whole body's not in yet. And it is going to take an attack against Cam.
Oh boy.
Pulling itself forward, it's going to reach out with
No,
its
thank
claws.
you. I do not accept. I decline.
Your
That's a
attack
15
goes
on the
down.
dice.
Oh boy. Well, my declining his invitation did nothing.
No, thank you. And instantly,
Pain. I assume.
you take 17 points of damage
Holy fucking shit! Jesus Christ.
as this claw slams into your body, and you're kind of like at the wall, and hits you into the wall and just tears open the shirt at the top of the collar. There she goes. And then no, he feels pretty content about that. He feels good. And the mouth just opens like, yeah. Please. And it just continues to extend outwards. And that's going to be his turn. Charlie. That's the end of his turn. You're no longer stunned. That worked out for you. But you're unstunned. You're good.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's great. Is there anything I could tie a rope around down here? Like if I loop the rope through the handle to try to.
Oh, I'm
tie
sure.
it?
I'm sure there's
I'd love
something.
to spend time doing that.
Sure. You start tying this rope around like it's been real, everybody else. And you start
Valid.
to tie this.
Valid, my boy. Go.
All right.
'Tis better to run and live to fight another day.
Silver bullet.
Gosh. I think Silver Bullet's going to grab his rifle and go over to the door to the downstairs and pull it up and say, "Let me in."
Let me in, you bitch.
Let me in, motherfucker.
I'll help you keep it closed.
If I
Let
hear
me
a
in.
normal person voice, I would open it.
I mean, there's currently a rope holding it in place now. But
Well-
go ahead and roll strength for me, Silver Bullet, because I would just love to see how it do. See how good this knot was.
Good not.
Would an individual that was
That's
charmed
another
by
nat
me-
one.
Would an individual that was charmed by me really try to leave me up here to my fate? Anyway,
Yeah,
He likes
you're
you.
neat, but I'm not gonna die for you.
That's not how charm
You're
works.
you're a pretty face.
He's
but,
like,
you
I
know.
hope that guy lives. He's awesome.
I
He's
usually
cool,
play an
I
elf.
like
I've never
him.
been charmed.
It's like, I'll open this door for you, Doc. But you better get in.
I'd let you in. I would
Yeah.
undo the rope and let you in.
Yeah.
But pull the rope, and just from the snow that is accumulated in the building has started to melt a bit. It's like your feet just come out from under you. It's like you kind of bench pressed yourself into the floor.
Yeah, I've done that. That's a normal thing that people do
This is
sometimes.
the thing I like to do. I play
Yeah.
this. This is what
I-
I want.
I meant to do that.
Perfect.
So
Now
I'll
we're gonna end
whisper. I'll whisper at the hole in the ground. Please let me in. Please let me in. Please let me in.
Please, 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 please. I don't want to die. Let me in.
Let him get a persuasion from that. At least.
Yeah, roll his persuasion. I just want to see. Yeah, let's and then you could take it into however you'd like to.
Just be real
Charlie.
sad.
Charlie, and then you also have to take into account who's trying to get in.
Yeah, that's.
Uh-huh. What'd you get?
A 19.
Okay.
Wish I would have had that
damn,
roll
the silver
first.
tongue.
That would have been much better for trying to break that thing open.
Yeah.
So fully up to you, Charlie, when it gets to your turn. But you recognize the voice. You know which patron it is.
What does Benji have to think about this though?
I wonder.
Benji is currently, so there's the stairs,
Uh-huh.
and Charlie is at the top.
Uh-huh.
Has just finished tying this knot. So Charlie is currently the one in charge of this. Benji could do something after, but currently he's like looking to you like, but
Oh, he doesn't have a hero complex and needs.
might not. He might not.
Fair enough, Benji.
Understood. And that is the end of your turn, Silver Bullet. We're gonna use a legendary action.
Not a fan.
And
Rather not.
freezing. And its eye trades focus over to the man kind of half shuffled behind the bar, pulling stuff up.
Oh, God
And
damn
you
it.
feel a strike of cold behind you, Doctor. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Come on, bud. Come on.
Got a nice +0 to that.
Come on, dude.
So glad I ran away.
16.
Not bad.
I'm hoping.
Half damage.
Maybe. Don't die. You have to light this thing on fire.
He's been fine. He was upstairs half the time.
Okay.
You are going to take 4 points of cold damage as it feels like you've been out in the snow for hours. You can see the tips of your fingers whiten a bit as if you're losing circulation.
Oh no, I might be anemic.
This is a problem. It feels difficult to move your joints and focus, is your current situation.
Don't like that, but okay. I accept.
There is no choice, only accept.
Does it
Only cold dingo.
is that
Oh,
something that it appears to need to like keep its concentration on? Is it still looking at Dr. Josiah while it's doing this, or is it looking away again?
It's looking at him, but your character
keeping-
also has no concept of maintaining concentration on a spell. Is that
No, I get it. I understand that. I'm just trying to see if its focus
Looking at
is
him.
still on him. That's it.
it's on him, but it's not like you're out of view. Just
Okay.
to clarify.
Okay.
Um,
That's really what I wanted to know. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's not like hello there.
No, that's fair.
Only eyes for you, Doctor.
Didn't take a spot up on the lounge.
Yeah.
And with that, Cam, it is your turn.
Cool. Cam is gonna pocket her revolver. The ammo obviously is a waste at this point. So instead, she's going to draw her knife and try and draw this thing's attention to keep it off of Dr. Josiah. You better damn well light this thing up, Doc! And she's gonna take a stab at it.
Sure. Its arms kind of moving in front of you.
Yeah. Whatever she can reach. Whatever she can reach. Oh boy. Come on, Cam, baby, please. Do me a solid. God damn it. 13 is probably not going to do it.
You make contact.
Okay, I mean,
It's
all
right
right.
off.
Oh, yeah, okay, fine. No, that's fine. I
Watched an
understand.
axe make contact with its head.
Yeah,
and
it
fall
didn't
off.
do nothing.
No?
You know, this is more like a diversionary tactic. She is trying to draw its aggression off of Dr. Josiah so that he can keep doing that. And
Lana
hopefully end
opens
this
the
thing.
door and goes into the room, followed by a bloody Frenchman. They make it into the space. I'm going to use a legendary action. That's the end of her turn. It's going to make an attack against Cam.
Okay.
Oh,
Who's buff?
I thought she was gonna attack me. I'm like, holy shit.
Lana turns and just punches
I'm
you.
like, holy shit, no, what have I done?
Betrayal!
I'm going to make an attack. $16 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Nope. I need you to make an athletics or acrobatics check, please.
Acrobatics would be preferred, please. Thank you. Oh boy, dice are not looking favorable, folks. That is a solid 10.
It fully gets claws kind of right up into your belt. The solid part of your body it catches,
Fuck.
and it pulls you into its vicinity. You are
Fuck.
at the window, and its mouth opens. I'm confused. I'm confused. As it speaks softly to you in a new voice. Yeah, that's its that's its fun thing. Doctor, you're up. You watch that now Cam is just fully engulfed, swaddled, coddled,
Alright,
if you will.
so I've grabbed as much medicine out of this bag as I can, and I've shoveled as much booze into it as I can. I'm gonna. Shit. Would you describe this thing as humanoid? It's got 2 legs, 2 arms, a face.
I would not call it humanoid, no.
Fuck.
Thing is larger than a human. Yeah.
All right.
And
Well, a giant is humanoid.
Its
no.
shoulders, I will say, it looks more. It does not look bipedal.
All right. I'm regardless. I've got doctor's kits in my pocket, and I got booze in a bag. I'm gonna walk out into the room and start giving my sales pitch.
A giant
Have
is
you-
classified as a giant by you. You don't come at me with this rule lawyer shit. Sorry.
Have you? I would just. I'm doing the thing anyways. I just wanted to know if it was going to work or not before I started doing it. Have you heard the benefits of chiropractic, my friend? You seem to be hunched over a bit. We could straighten your back out, align your meridians, get your chi flowing again. You'll feel all better in the morning. It's the new age medicine. Is a modern miracle of medicine.
You're 6 seconds. You're good.
All right. Yeah. I'm trying to distract this thing from whatever it's doing to Cam.
Sure.
Yeah.
That is your turn. At the end of your turn, Jacques, you stumble into the room.
What is in this room?
It's a bedroom.
a room
There's a
with
bed, and there's a nightstand, and then there's like a little
wash basin,
bowl for washing. There's a little lantern.
as one does.
In preparations of not peeing my pants, I will use the wash basin too. Because what the
Isn't
fuck
there
else is there
a
to
latrine?
I mean,
do? Hey, I'm a crazy French man that lives in the woods. Leave me alone. My action is to go to the bathroom. enter.
Hell yeah. You pull down your pants, you go to the bathroom, live your best life. There's the amount of blood loss and just the stress of the situation, and you're like, you know what? Pooping indoors, okay. Just your mind fogs over. There you go.
I am gone.
Big boy's turn.
I am deceased.
That is the end of your turn. The monster's mouth opens wide and it screams. It is just a blood-curdling scream, very human in nature. And you hear just from the back of the throat, straighten out your back. Mimicked vaguely in the doctor's voice. This scream, blah, blah, blah. You have disadvantage on your next roll, whatever it may be.
For the doctor.
It is
or
going to
for
try and
me?
pull you out this window. Athletics or
Oh, no.
acrobatics, please. Disadvantage.
Alrighty, it's gonna be acrobatics. Oh, come on, man. Okay, not the worst. I got a 16.
With disadvantage?
Oh. Oh. Well, yeah, actually, still with disadvantage.
Yes. It becomes very cold very quickly. As you are pulled outside with the thing.
Oh, shit!
Shit! And she is
Gone,
yanked out
boys.
through the window. And the way it holds you, it's almost like it's just dragging you through the snow, like on the side of your body. It's just almost like, because it can't grab you. It doesn't look like it has thumbs, but it is just kind of trying to pull you along with it.
Trying to, like, jab her knife into the ground, anchor herself, anything, God.
There's
And
nothing you can do right now.
Fuck!
And the window is now open and beautiful, but covered in a nasty goo all around it. Just picturing the silver bullet laying on their side.
Fire!
Charlie, what's up?
I'll let him in. It was a very good roll.
That's so nice of you.
Yeah.
You undo the lock and push it open.
Maybe he'll
And
be
the window is
merciful.
clear. The window's clear.
I'm staying down here.
You're like, get in.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Anything else, Charlie? Bonus action?
I'm gonna tell him something. I think
Okay.
we're done with each other after this.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. And I'm gonna push you in.
Yeah, and on your turn, Silver Bullet, you can be pulled in, which
Yeah.
your turn is next.
I'll be pulled in and dramatically roll some ways down the stairs.
Of course he will. The extra bitch. No, I'm kidding. In character
Actually-
only.
I've forgotten to make you make a couple throws because you've been injured a couple times now.
Oh no.
Me? I got
Yeah.
injured one time from the guy's bullet.
Yeah. What's your saving throw that he needs to roll for the charm?
Oh.
It's 13, but that should only apply if one of my allies shoots him.
Oh.
Well, let me read the ability.
Welcome to look at it.
The has advantage on charisma, persuasion checks, negotiate exchanges, the blah blah blah. Spends 1 minute talking to a humanoid they can understand. The humanoid must make a DC 13 wisdom saving check, be charmed by the blah blah blah, as long as they are within 60 feet for 1 minute thereafter. This check automatically succeeds if the blah 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 or any of its allies are fighting the humanoid.
That's a very
So-
French way of saying doctor.
Doctor, yes, the doctor, yes.
Look at that doctor ability.
Yes.
Um,
Doctor
I
ability.
doctor. I doctor people. I doctor
Um,
souls.
Doctor of
anything else
homeopathy.
silver bullet after you
Doctor.
just roll into the space? You're
Yeah,
now
sure.
in the basement.
Dr. Oz.
No, I think that's it. I think if he's got any time, he'll move to the bottom of the stairs and train his gun at the top.
Okay. You get comfortable and you're just like, you start to like pick up your weapon and get ready, but
Yeah.
there you go. That is the silver bullet's turn. Legendary action.
Shit.
As this thing pulls you away.
Oh boy. No thanks. I would like to not.
Do it.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw as this thing's laughter pierces into your ears.
Jesus.
Everybody
Christ.
else, kind of lucky, can't hear it at this time.
Oh, that's the worst one yet.
Thank you, Mac.
Guys, it's an 8.
And your body seizes up. You are stunned. Ham, it's your turn. And you are forced to just be dragged through the snow, your body tense,
No.
and there's nothing you can do about it.
No.
Lana closes the door. That's her turn. And then she looks at you. Lana goes back out of the hallway and closes the door, and she goes to a different room. She's like, no. And then kind of the horror in her face shifts as she leaves. Doctor.
Josiah stands there for just a half a second, just stunned. And he has an idea, and he's stunned and appalled by the ideas in his own head. And he grabs that bag and he climbs out the window and chases after the monster and Cam,
Shit.
disbelieving
son of a
what the
bitch.
fuck he's doing. But he'll probably have enough movement to like get to the window and out the window, but not like pursue
Get out the
them.
window.
Yeah.
You pull yourself out and look into the dark. And lucky for you, at least within these few feet, you can see the drag marks of where Cam hopefully is. And at least you have a vague direction for now.
What the fuck is going through your head? There's just that's it. That's it. That's all he's got. Everybody else
Okay.
everybody else has gone upstairs or downstairs. He's standing alone in this room. He's having a crisis of conscience.
All right. Jacques taking a shit. Anything else, my man?
I'm gonna assume this takes a minute, so I'll be done in a couple turns.
Understood. You're like,
Oh my god!
relax. You're just like, I'm good.
Jesus Christ! Maybe we won't have a third week, folks.
Cam, you are dragged through the snow, just pulled and pulled, and you can feel the cold sinking in as just the snow is finding its way like into your mouth and nose and into your clothing. Your hat, she is gone. Back the way you came.
I'm not taking it off. Not doing that with my headphones. Y'all imagine yourselves.
Just you'll have to imagine.
Imaginate it.
And you are fully engulfed in darkness, except for the glint from two eyes staring up at you as you are stopped from your rolling and you stare up into them. Your eyes are locked, unable to move as it stares back. Bam. And you watch the mouth shift up and open into what you can assume, oddly, is a smile.
What do you
As
want?
the mouth rips open. Let me in. And that is where we're going to stop for today. Hey guys, thank you all so much for being here. We love telling you guys a story. Sometimes it's cowboys, sometimes it's not.
Jesus Christ!
Let's go. On Tuesday, I believe this is the on week for everybody. We have Legends of Yeehaw, which is won by Frank, and we love him and we love their show. Dungeons and Dragons 5e, out there in the dungeons, in the caves, fighting monsters, doing the good stuff. Bring a drink, bring a snack, have a good time. On Wednesdays, we have Cordially Invited, which is also the on week, over on youtube.com/the Dice Cult. Also Dungeons and Dragons 5e, but currently we are planning a royal wedding, which is going well and good, and the amount of bloodshed and distrust is fine and normal. So if you want to get caught up with
It's
that
at normal
drama,
levels.
that is bi-weekly this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Saturday, boy,
Oh boy!
you know, I think we're back, boys. Vampire the Masquerade and the Last Remaining Light, she has returned to us. If you're here for some vampire drama, we are in the end game. We are trying to get out of Seattle and simultaneously trying to burn that city to the ground and everything inside of it. And
We
you know,
learned from the
I think
Dillards.
it starts with the Dillards, it ends with all of it. So if you're interested in some drama, and I can only assume some bloodshed, and you're like, boy, let me see that vampire drama, boy, we got you. On Saturdays, Vampire the Masquerade and the Last Remaining Light at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to keep up with us, we are at Backs of Gods on Instagram and Twitter, and at the Dice Cult on Instagram and Twitter if you want to keep up with what's going on, what shows are happening. Will there be a third week of Cowboys, or is this the cliffhanger that we live on forever? Maybe.
No,
Cannot
please.
confirm, cannot deny. Thank you all for
You
being
will
here. We
kill
really
me.
appreciate it. Love getting
I'm
to tell
surprised
you
you're
a
still
story.
alive.
Actually, kind of a Schrodinger's cat situation. Kind of pre-death, pre-life. Where are we? But we will be here same time, same place, no matter what the show may be. Mondays
I'm
at 8 p.m.
Schrodinger's
Eastern
Mac.
Standard Time. And we will see you guys next week. Good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all. If you pray, pray.